You hear that music? It's win or go home. Two teams will punch their tickets to the Super Bowl this weekend. In the NFC, it's the 49ers who travel to the city of brotherly love for a battle with the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday. Then it's a rematch of last year's AFC title game between the Bengals and the Chiefs right here on CBS. The great Jim Nantz of CBS Sports will be calling the game from Kansas City and joins us right now. Jim, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Nate. Looking forward to the game this weekend. It's a repeat of last year's championship game. And as you know, Cincinnati has played Kansas City 3 times in the last year and beaten them every time.
Some will say that the Bengals have their number. But this is 5 consecutive AFC title games for the Chiefs. They're no slouch themselves. But what are you looking forward to when it comes to this matchup specifically?
I think everybody wants to see how healthy Patrick Mahomes is going to be. My guess on this, I'm going to meet with him later today, is that he's going to be okay with that high ankle sprain. He's had this injury one other time in his career. I happened to have the game right behind it the following week, and he threw for 443 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, listen, we all know you can't come up with enough superlatives to describe Patrick Mahomes, and I think he's going to be okay. But I think going in, everybody wants to see if he is going to be himself. I believe he will.
I wanted to follow up, Jim, on the ankle question. And by the way, I just adore you. I was so excited when I heard you were coming on today.
Thank you.
But everybody was watching
Right
Patrick
Mahomes
and his ankle. Everybody saw that, and he was saying, I can play, don't take me out, don't take me out. Last time I checked, you need your ankle to play football.
Right.
So what are the Chiefs telling you about it? And can you think he can really play if it's as bad? Because it seems to me it would get worse during the week, not better.
Well, he's been going through treatment since the game ended on Saturday. He got an extra day because they had a Saturday playoff game. Every single day helps. He went right into treatment after the game. And the last 2 days, he's been at practice, a full participant. And those observers who have been at practice say things look normal. And I'm going to see it with my own eyes here later today.
All right, Jim, moving over to the NFC, Nate here has been schooling Gayle and I on the Brock Purdy story and why he's called Mr. Irrelevant. Last pick of not the first round of the draft, but of the whole dang draft.
Right.
And now he's won, I think, 7 straight games in the NFL, and he's facing the Eagles on Sunday. They seem to have the upper hand based on how dominant they were against the Giants. What does Brock need to do to bring this home to San Francisco?
Listen, this is a story when the season began. No one, and Nate, you and I, we follow this thing so closely. No one knew who Brock Purdy was. So, yes, the last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, could come into being the most relevant guy of all. Who knows? But going into Philadelphia, they are playing so well in every single facet. They've got home field. That San Francisco defense, it's a great matchup. I don't know. Purdy right now, it's beyond description. He's on his way to maybe seizing that starting quarterback role at San Francisco for years to come.
Yeah, it says a lot about their coaching staff and Kyle Shanahan and what he's been able to do with 3 quarterbacks this season. But, Jim, I wanted to get your thoughts on a longtime colleague, Billy Packer, who passed away at 82. What was his legacy, and what should it be?
I think Billy will go down in history as one of the greatest analysts in the history of sports television. I think that when you start looking at the pantheon of great analysts, you've got John Madden and you got Billy Packer, and you start right there. He blessed this network for a long time, from 1982 until he retired in 2008. One of my dearest friends. It's been a restless night thinking of the family, the Packer family, which I'm very close to. I got to speak to Billy the day before he died and tell him I loved him. And I don't know. He was a genius. There was no one who could just look at the field, in this case, look at the court and see everything. And he's going to be very much missed. But he loved college basketball, and he looked after it as a guardian of his sport. And he's just a giant, and a giant heart. That's all I can tell you. As a husband looking after Barb, his wife, who had health concerns and issues the last 15, 20 years of her life. That was, he said, his greatest fulfillment was looking after her. An incredible father, grandfather, and friend.
He will be missed. Jim, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. I hear it's going to be a little nippy, so make sure you dress warm, all right?
I'm packing right now as we speak, Nate. I'm looking forward to it. But I'll be carrying Billy right here in my heart. Thank you, pal.
Yeah. Good luck on the call, and I know you'll be calling golf as well. And you can watch Jim on the Farmers Insurance Open today. And then, of course, you can see it on CBS and Paramount Plus. Then tune in on Sunday for the AFC Championship between the Bengals and the Chiefs this Sunday with coverage from Kansas City kicking off at 6 p.m. Eastern.